Hey, thanks for clicking my video. We're going to be getting ending 5 and I Became a Dog. Just remember for this ending, you have to make sure Sony does not live. I'm going to put a timestamp up right about now if you want to skip the beginning. Okay, so if you're still here, you probably need to know how to do the beginning. This isn't going to be a great video for it because I kind of sped through it because I was getting really annoyed because my recording was being all weird. But anyway, we talked to Tomi, and actually in this video, if you guys have been getting annoyed with me constantly eating, I don't do it as much in this video. But anyways, after we talked to Tomi, I did it again. I did that in a different video, I think. We talked to James, give him $100, he gives us a mouse, and we give that mouse to Chris. Chris tells us that James put something in the kitchen. That's the kitchen. And so we go there, we click on the sink, and we get the bathroom key. And then after we get the key, we go over to Sony, and we need to get $300 for her, and he teaches us how to swim. And so then we can get the toy for Tomi. For some reason, I walked up to the toilet. I'm not sure why. I was thinking of the oil, apparently. I still don't know why there's oil in the toilet. It confuses me so much. But anyways, after we get the toy, we can talk to Tomi and give her the toy. And then after that, we talk to her again, and she says she needs the first aid medicine, which I'm going to call a med kit, because it's a lot easier to say than first aid medicine. This pause right here is me forgetting how to get the med kit. But what you have to do is you have to walk over to Chris, and he says, "Can you get me $500 because I'm hungry?" You give him the $500, he gives you a DVD. And then you go over to the DVD player, and you play the DVD. And then it shows this, and that, yeah. So then, if you go back to Chris, he's gone, and you go up his little weird tunnel thing, and he's like, "Oh, how'd you find this? Don't tell anyone, please. I will give you a key to not tell anyone." And so that's what he did. So he gives us the key to the study. Okay, first of all, I'm very sorry for this being so fast-paced, and also, if you can hear walking, people are walking outside of my room. I'm so sorry if you can hear that. I don't know if you can. But anyways, so we type in the password 4763, and it opens up the place where Julia is. And you can grab the empty oil canister, container, whatever. I probably call it canister most of the time, because I'm me. But anyways, Julia asks for her puppy. And we're all confused because we've never seen a puppy. But if we go up and talk to Chris, he says that, he saw it happen. She buried it in the flower pot. So we go over to the flower pot and we get a dead puppy. Not a yummy time. And so then, if we take that dead puppy and go back over to where Julia is, we give her the dead puppy, and she's like, "Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'll never forgive her, blah, blah, blah." She gives us the key to the warehouse, which is where the medkit is. So then we can go up to the warehouse and get the medkit. And then we can give the medkit to Tomi. And so, we go over to Tomi. Did we go over to Tomi? We do go over to Tomi. And we give her the medicine. And then we talk to her again, and she asks for oil. And in order to get the oil, we need an oil pump, which we get from James if we give him $1,000. And so now we have the oil pump, so we can go to the toilet, and we can get the oil out of the toilet. I don't know why it's there. It bothers me so much. I wish there was, a normal reason, but I don't think there is. But anyways, we can give the oil to Tomi. And then she's like, "Oh, thanks. I'm making you a gift." And so if we skip through the dialogue, which we can't currently do because Tomi went to eat, but whatever. She comes back. Now we can skip through the rest of her dialogue. And when you say no need, and then we say no, and she gives James the gift herself. So she says, "James, I'll give this to you." And he says, "Wow, thanks." And then he dies. And so now James is dead, we can go over and collect the bedroom key. Also, I know it, says that I barked, but I actually, misclicked. I wasn't trying to. So that happened. But anyway, if we go over to talk to Julia, she says she wants to make a plan for getting Tomi, in jail. I also didn't mean to bark there Or maybe I did. I think I meant to bark, but it just spawned in front of me. And then I realized that I had barked the first time, so I was gonna have to wait for it to, like, recharge again. Not a fun time. And so we're just gonna wait for it to charge up, which hopefully will be soon. It's not a super long recharge, which I'm thankful for. Oh, and while we're here, might as well tell Sony to die, because why not? I think that was just me hoping that I remembered to, like, not save Sony. Because I always feel bad whenever I don't. But now that I've barked, I can get the jail key from Tommy's bed. And that helped, and that allows us to get Julia out of the jail. And so we go over to Julia, and she says, oh, we're gonna put Tommy in prison. And then we're like, yeah, let's go. So me and Julia, or you and Julia, us and Julia, we go up and we talk to Tommy, and she's like, oh, we paired up. You can't escape us now. And Tommy's like, oh, how dare you? And then we put her in prison. So now so I just realized how much we're, like, murdering people. Murdering dogs. But anyways, now we can go into the human's bedroom, and if we bark 3 times, that wakes them up. And so now that they're awake, they're going to ask for 1,500 bugs, and even though I have plenty, I still talk to Julia, because if you talk to Julia, she gives you 500 bugs. And so then we can skip through this horrendous animation. And then basically what happens is the human tells us that they're actually the dog and they'd switched bodies. So that's, like, what happened. And so the whole theory is that if we kiss again, that we're going to go back to normal, and because our speed is all the way up, we're going to catch them. We just have to wait until we get to the kitchen, because that's the only place that the screen can fade to black. Because that's where it's set up to, I guess. Yeah, so then they're talking about how if you ever want to go back to a dog, I'll let you. And so basically, now we just have to roam around and we have to look at all the dogs. So we start with Chris, and then, I mean, you don't have to go in the specific order, I wanted to go in this order because I felt like it. So then I went down to Tommy. Basically all it is when you're at Chris, you're like, yeah, this is Chris, he's staying in here. That makes sense after what I've seen. Oh, Tommy, she was always the cutest of dogs. I never knew she was so brutal. And then it was like, Julia was like, oh, she was bullying Tommy, so I put her in jail. And Sonia was like, oh, this is the neighbor's dog. And then James is, oh, you were such a loyal dog. But anyways, after you finish looking at all of the dogs, your wife comes in to feed the dogs, because she's actually the one that's been feeding them. And she says, like, we're pathetic because we drank until we passed out. And now because Sony's dead, he can't teach us the human language, and so we could only bark. And so then we're like, okay, well, I'd rather just live my life with a dog at this point. And so we go back over to our dog, our old body, and it says, will we go back to being a dog? And then we say yes, and then you're a dog again. And then you can be like, wow, and then your wife adores you because you're a dog. It's been such a long time since I got my wife's love. It's so, like, weirdly dark. But yep, that's how you get ending 5. I hope my instructions were clear enough for you. I hope this, like, helped you get the ending, I guess. Thanks for watching. Bye.